Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Moss, aka Cyberx Trades, and today we're back with another quick trade review slash recap. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So coming into the day, um, let me break down the trades that I took. Not a really overall a clean day for me. I over traded a bit, and I also broke some, I guess, rules you could say. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. Same box, same levels coming into the day. Nothing really changed, except I drew this kind of like this rising wedge that we were making here on the 1 hour here. Levels here, same thing pretty much for the most part. Nothing really changed. So first trade on the day here, if we look pre-market, we kind of gapped up again, which is just very interesting. The market has been non-stop gapping up, which is just something to, I don't know, I just feel kind of sus about it. Uh, but yeah, so looking at this market open, we kind of dumped here, and I was like, okay, it seems to be respecting this rising wedge top of the trend line that I drew here. I was like, cool, maybe today we could get a pullback day. It could be one of those days, and I basically just pretty much entered. I was waiting for price to react to my levels, and I entered. My first trade was the four some puts here of the 435 puts, and I entered right around the break of here, the break of 435, 437.50, and I got so one thing to notice, I got stopped out here because I didn't really want to miss the drop if it was going to be like one of those drops. And lesson learned, because it did came for a retest here. Well, kind of came for a retest, to be honest with you, because it kind of went above it, 437.5, 437.5, and as you guys can see, it ended continued to 437. So as you guys can see, even though with that, it's still a low risk. Like looking back at this, it wasn't really like much of a how do you say, like a high risk high reward situation, because there was really not a lot of room, because the next key level that I marked here was 437. So that's one thing that I'm going to take notice of in journal, to be prepared and focus on that next time, to make sure that I actually have an ideal scenario to take a good trade, to risk and to get a good reward. So yeah, and next trade here was, so I got stopped out here and I entered back here again, seeing that we could go down. So I entered here at same contract, I believe. Yeah, same contract at 66, and then I scaled one here at 76, and I got stopped out here because of the 9 EMA reclaim on the 1 minute. So my stop loss was, for when I entered here and I scaled here, my stop loss was here. So basically close to about, say, like right here on this red line, and I got stopped out. I exited for both of them at 68. Now the next trade here was a really nice one. I waited for so I noticed that we were breaking below key level 38. We were still below it, and we went back above it. Price tried to go back to it and get above it, but it rejected heavily here. Once I saw this, I was like, okay, we could get a we could get a pushback down to 437, to even maybe 436. So that was my initial target here, was to enter puts here. Trimmed one here, so I entered two contracts of the same contracts, 435 puts. Trimmed one here at 80 because of the 437 level. I don't know if we were gonna get a double bottom here or not, so I had to lock in some profits. And once that happened, I was like, okay, cool. Give me 436, like, or 436 and 430. This is kind of like a sub level here, if you want to call it that, 436.30 level here. And we went there eventually, but the grind up to the retest of back into 437 is what kind of stopped me out. So I exited here at 81, and at this time I was up about, I believe, I was up about, maybe, I would say 25, 30 bucks. And yeah, so and then I entered again here, seeing this breakdown here, the retest. I was like, okay, we're getting another retest here at this level, 437. So let me go ahead and enter one contract here with the tight stop loss like right above it. So above this secondary trend line of the rising wedge, secondary line of the trend, rising wedge line, if you want to call it. And yeah, so basically it's got stopped out here. So I had a pretty tight stop because I was like, I don't want to really give back profits. And yeah, at this point I was up 15 bucks on the day, and I called it a day. And basically, that's what I said I was gonna do at least. And I came back and I broke my rules, so I traded again. This was already pretty much kind of like four trades, if you want to call it. And now took my fifth trade just very recently here. When I saw this dump here, I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's something that I need to work on. Seeing a dump like this, I guess part of my bias was that we needed to pull back heavily, and I really wanted to catch something really nice. So yeah, I mean, I just took this trade recently on this bond news that came out. Huge dump here with volume. I pretty much entered puts here. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just something that I'm gonna need to work on a journal for doing this. There was no reason to even take this trade. So I entered here, the puts at 50, and then I was like, okay, stop. The target is gonna be 435. Even with 435 target, I was thinking 433 for some reason. I don't know why, but you know that's just I guess being greedy or whatever. But yeah, definitely gonna need to work on that. And I stop loss exited at 436 here with the 90 MA reclaim. But yeah, I mean overall, leaving me very not a good trading day for me to end the week. So hopefully something nice on Friday happens. But overall, very uh, messy day for me because I kind of broke my rules. I pretty much broke my rules, certain rules, and not the best high risk to reward setups. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for today. $8 over the overall on the port. I'm just gonna ignore this. I don't really consider it to be even. I mean, I'm just at least I'm not red, but still, it's not acceptable for me to trade like this. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for today, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.